What's up, Atlanta fans? Today, I'm going more in depth on the Falcons' schedule for this year. I predicted the rest of the NFL. Don't flame me if you look at the things in the corner. Look at the records. I know. I'm stupid. I'm stupid because I said the Chiefs are only going to lose 2 games and the Eagles are only going to lose 2 games. But that's my opinion. That's what the whole thing is about. So it's my opinion. Today, we're going to get straight into it. I do think the Panthers are going to win. If y'all saw my TikTok video, I had the Falcons going 10-7, which does win the division this year in the NFC South. We'll see by the end of the video. But I do see them winning this game against the Panthers week 1. Bryce Young is young. Yes, Desmond Ridder has 4 games of experience, and Bryce Young's probably better than Desmond Ridder starting out this year. My mic. But I trust the Falcons' defense. I trust the veterans, and I trust all the young guys. And I really just trust Ryan Nielsen to get the job done on defense. And we're going to dive straight into week 2 against the Packers. I'm going to, then again, choose Green Bay. I meant the Falcons to beat Green Bay. I just feel like the Falcons' home, Desmond Ridder's had a game at home under his belt, beating a pretty tough Panthers team to start out the season, as I'd like to think Desmond Ridder as a rookie, because 4 games is basically just the preseason. I know it was a competitive games, but we were already out of the playoffs by then, so Desmond Ridder just had his shot. Just go in, do what you can, see what you can make happen. Then we go on the road to Detroit. Detroit is a really solid team this year, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all. Detroit, look out for Detroit. They are definitely winning their division and winning at least 11 or 12 games. At most 14. I cannot see them winning more than 4. At most 13, honestly. At most 13. Then we go to London. As I said in my TikTok video, if y'all saw that in YouTube Shorts, whatever y'all saw, you could see that the Falcons, yes, they did pretty good in London against the Jets, which I'm very proud of them for being good against the Jets in London, but I just don't see them beating the Jags. The Jags' second home stadium is Wembley Stadium, which is where they're playing at, in London. International game, UK. Then we skip ahead another week. Then we go back home for 2 games. I think they are going to go on a 4-game win streak. 4-game win streak. Hear me out. I'm insane for putting the Falcons at 6-2 by week 8. But you just got to hear me out. The Falcons, 2-2, they're hungry for a win to put them above 500. And let me see. Yeah, the Panthers are almost split even by then. The Saints are almost split. Yeah, the Saints are split even by then. And the Bucks are the Bucks. I have them at 2-14. If y'all want me to do a video where I'm going over basically just briefly all my picks and how I think the NFL whole season is going to pan out, because I can actually do the playoffs. If you guys want to predict it, it's called and just search up NFL 2023 season playoff predictor and y'all can find it. But then we go to the Commanders. The Falcons haven't had too much luck against the Commanders in the past couple years. When they were the football team, we beat them twice. But I'm pretty sure we went, 2-1 of them against them in the last year. I think we're going to push that to 3-1 in the last 4 years, because we don't know. We played them a lot. But I just don't see this year's Commanders team doing that well. I mean, their coach is in the hot seat. They're hungry for the playoff. But this Commanders team could hear me out. This Commanders team could possibly be one of the worst teams in the NFL. After a decent season pushing to the wild card round, I just don't see it happening. Then we're gonna go straight into, I'm gonna have the Vikings win this one. The Vikings are just much of a better team than the Falcons this year. I don't really see when the Falcons do make the playoffs, which I think they will. I do think the Falcons and the coaching staff this year is probably the best in the NFC South, in my opinion. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my opinion, so if you guys disagree with me, comment down below. And if y'all want to argue through YouTube comments, that's on you. But, if you're just looking at this Vikings game, this Vikings team, really, the Vikings team is kind of complete. It's just 1 p.m. on a Sunday, playing Kirk Cousins. That's his prime time. I mean, he does not play well in primetime games, but, I mean, he gets the job done at 1 o'clock clear as day, but Mercedes Superdome, so it's probably going to be close. But then I had the Falcons going into the bye week 7-3. I think on TikTok I originally had the Falcons losing to the Titans, which I do see that as a possibility. But I just think the Falcons are coming in hot, winning 3 straight games. I think they're going to push it to 4 and then fall to the Vikings. Then go into the bye after the Cardinals game. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray's out. DeAndre Hopkins is gone. That team is a whole mess. The Cardinals are going to be probably the worst team in the NFL this year, in my opinion. If not the Bucks, they're definitely going to be the worst team. Then we jump straight ahead into after the bye week. Bye week, we have a time to think things over. We do beat the Saints at home. Yeah, we just beat the Saints at home. Or, we beat the Aints at home, I should say. But the Jets, I do feel like the Jets are a good team this year. And I think it really just depends on how Aaron Rodgers links with the team. Because I saw something on, I think Twitter or Instagram about Aaron Rodgers saying he's not a fan of, the Jets teams. And honestly... Sorry, I gotta stay hydrated. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. I think he shouldn't have left the Packers, but that's on him. That's his decision. I do think the Falcons with Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder is interesting, and I'm gonna make a video going over the Falcons offense and the Falcons defense for this year, because I'm doing all my Falcons videos now, and there's not a lot of news happening with the NBA, but MLB. If you guys want me to do my opinion on the Braves at the halfway point, what I think they can do, just comment down below, let me know. But primarily right now, we're focused on the Falcons this week. But I am going to upload some videos about Desmond Ridder, how I think he's going to do, how the defense is going to do. But yeah, let's just jump straight back into this prediction video. So right now, going into week 14, 8-4. That's probably the best Falcons record you'll ever see in the history of NFL, except for next year, because the year after this they're going 17-0. No, however many games in a row you have to win to get to the Super Bowl. Which I had a dream about the Falcons winning the Super Bowl, but I was obviously dreaming, so it kind of sucked. But I do have the Falcons sweeping the Bucks. The only thing that I think possibly could happen is the Falcons losing this game and losing that game, and that'll. Because I have the Panthers at 8-8, and I'm actually gonna have them at 9-8 because I predicted them to win that game, and I predicted them this split. But if that, then I have the Falcons going, I think 8-9, and the Panthers going 9-8. If the Falcons end up losing these games, I just don't see it happening. I really don't. And later in the season, during the NFL season, I'll make videos predicting this, what needs to happen for the Falcons to make the playoffs and all that stuff. But as of right this second, 8-4, they do come off a hard loss in New York, which is a hard game to play, because I don't know what week that is, but I'm guessing that's around late November. That's gonna be pretty cold in New York. And then I have them just beating the Bucks, because Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask are not looking like they're a complete team, a complete unit right now. They are just not looking complete at all. At all. And if I can pull up, I don't want to take all this. We're gonna pull up to, let me see. What do I search? Yeah, Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask missing throws. Yeah, this should be, right here. This is
Let's be real. Homeschooling isn't easy. So how does Florida Virtual School help?
Wait, no. I don't think this is the one. Right here. Shout out to this dude who made this video. Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask just missing these easy throws. Kyle Trask up here right now. Right here. Drops back in the pocket. No pads, no nothing. That was kind of the receiver's fault. But we'll go up here. Shout out to New York Post Sports. But Baker Mayfield, he's just fallen off. All right, but yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show y'all. Baker Mayfield is not looking like he's the real deal in Tampa. Neither is Kyle Trask either, so that's why I have the Falcons sweeping them, and that's what's going to send her to the playoffs, really. Then I have them losing in Carolina. We lost in Carolina last year. It's just how it goes in Carolina. We just usually never sweep them. No, that's usually with the Saints. But I just don't have the Falcons sweeping the Saints this year. So we're going to go the Colts game. I think the Colts could upset the Falcons right here. The Colts definitely can upset them. And if the Colts upset them, I'll come back to other scenarios I think I can happen at the end of the video. But I do have them beating the Colts. Just the Colts, Anthony Richardson, Matt Ryan, Anthony Richardson's good, but I don't trust the Colts O-line. I don't trust the rest of the Colts team. I just don't. The Bears, I do see the Falcons possibly losing that game, but I just feel like the Falcons are a more complete team than the Bears. Justin Fields is having it. I mean, Justin Fields is looking like he's playing at recess. And yes, the Bears do have DJ Moore now, but their coaching staff is just not as good, and I don't think their whole team is going to be able to stay healthy enough towards the end of the season. They've been able to stay healthy for the past seasons, but I just don't see the Bears, taking that next step, that next level step to get into the playoffs next year, and even more, win more than I think 7 or 8 games. I don't think they're going to win any more than 7. But if they do, I have the Falcons losing that game. But like I said, I'll come back to that at the end of the video. Then, obviously, in New Orleans, one of the hardest places to play besides Miami is New Orleans when you're the Falcons. So, I do have the Falcons possibly going 11-6. Which is a big leap. Which is a big stride. And what I do think, no. I'm gonna move that game to the Bears. The Falcons in the last couple games of the season usually don't do too well, especially with them going away in the last 2 games. Which the Falcons are winning almost all their home games this year, which is usually how it goes. They only lose 1 home game against the Vikings, which puts Desmond Ridder at 1 home game loss. But I do see that panning out for the rest of the season. Going about 10-7, which does get you into the playoffs this year for the NFC South. And even if not, and they do lose this game, I do think that they are just a better team than the rest of the division. 3 years from now, it could be the Panthers. It probably will be the Panthers with Bryce Young, depending on how Desmond Ridder develops. I do really want the Falcons to get DeAndre Hopkins, but if they haven't already, then they're not going to. I'm just praying and hoping that the Panthers don't. Sorry, Panthers fans, if you're even watching. But yeah, that's how I think the NFL season for the Atlanta Falcons is going to go. And you can click off the video now. You can do whatever you want. I just hope that you all like and subscribe if you even see this video. We're going to get straight into the ending of the video, which other scenarios I do think that can happen is the Titans winning this game, which puts the Panthers above us because of some reason. Let me see. I don't know. But Panthers above us, which we do need to win all these games. We do. We really do. And if not, then I do see us winning that game, which is a big possibility. The ceiling for the Falcons this year, sweeping the Panthers, is number one thing that I think is going to happen. And beating the Jags. This is no. The ceiling for the Falcons is 12 wins. The floor, however, is not looking too pretty for the Falcons. I do think the floor. The Falcons went 7-10 the last 3 seasons and have improved. Arthur Smith has won with nothing, really, if you think about it. No quarterback. Matt Ryan was just never going to help us win. And yeah, Matt Ryan was just never going to help us win. The floor, I do think, is 9-8. They're not going to have another 7-10 season. The floor is 9-8. The ceiling is 12-5. But what I do think is going to happen is that the Falcons do end up 10-7, losing the last 2 games of the season. Which I do thank you all if you guys made it this far into the video. I do want to thank you all for showing up and showing out. You know what I mean? And I'm just very thankful that for you guys to be able to watch me. See y'all in the next one, Atlanta fans. Peace.